how to set your drag. Put a pressure. I put a pressure like a fish right now. For example, I will just close it to the point. See, the drag is not coming now. Hi, this is JIGHEAD TV, and today we are talking about one of the very important issues that we need to discuss is how to set your drag. So when you catch the fish, you can strike the fish but not lose the fish, and let's talk about it. So as you know, guys, apart from importance of your rod, reel, line, and your leaders, your jigs and everything, one of the important issues that many people still, some of them don't know, some of them avoid, some of them are not familiar enough, it's the drag of your reel. The drag of your reel is the main control point which helps you to control the reel, and it's located in the front of the reel, of most of the casting reels, in the spinning reels, and in the overhead reels it's a separate leverage, the separate lever that controls the drag, and usually on the bait runners it comes from the back side. But we are talking about the main concept and about the casting spinning reels today. So basically each reel has a certain amount of drag that it can hold, defined by manufacturer. Most of the time the higher end reels have a bigger drag ratio, and lower reels, like the reels with less engineering involved, they have less drag inside. So basically the main question is how we set the drag when we come for fishing. And see, first we need to understand, if you open up your drag all the way and you rotate it anti-clockwise, it will open up the drag, and you have your line sliding very easily from your line. That means your drag is on lowest position, so it has the lowest drag right now. And if you close it all the way and rotating it clockwise, then you will get into the full drag position, which is gonna hold the full complete drag. So it's gonna be just even not moving. I'm trying to put the pressure, it's not moving, and you can adjust accordingly what kind of certain amount of drag you need. Usually it's done scientifically by the scales, measuring the weight according to the weight of your leader and according to weight of your line, all considered in the setting the drag. But what to do when you don't want to waste your time on all these scientific approaches, and when you come fishing and right now you need to set the drag and right now you need to start fishing? The main idea for me is, of course, it's gonna be depending on what kind of fishing I'm gonna do. For example, right now I have a 5000 reel with this one is 1.5 PE line. So the 1.5 PE line, there is the breaking point is around 25 lb, or let's say certain amount of kilograms of the fish. And of course, for example, if you are catching a fish of 2 kilo, it can put a drag of double of that weight, because when it when it makes a pressure, when it runs second time, it can put the pressure double of its own weight. So that's why initially when I set up a drag for the first bite, for me the importance is so I can the drag to be in a position that it goes from the drag slowly, but it has enough power. If I push it hard, I can set the hook, and after setting the hook, the fish will run. It will not be fully closed. The drag will keep running, which will give me more advantage fighting the fish. So I let the fish run, and then when it gets tired, I start reeling it in, and then it starts running again. I give it a power, you know, so this drag is gonna control. So at the initial stage, like when I'm casting and I'm doing all my procedure, the drag is going to be set to the way that I can set the hook, and at the same time the drag will be open enough for fish to make the first and the most important run. Because if you fully close your drag on the first run, you will set the hook, and then your drag is so tight, but your braid line has only certain amount of power on it, so the fish will just either cut your line, or there is going to be a cut in your leader or of one of the knots. So that's why setting the drag, you know, don't be scared that the fish will run away with your drag. Believe me, fish is, you are a human being and you have more power and you can fight the fish, so let it go. Play trick with the fish, let it go, let it play, and once it plays, once it gets tired, then you just reel it in and you are happy. And the second important question here is, you know, once you cast, for example, like for example I set my drag, there is a certain amount of drag I have right now, but what to do, like for example after I cast and I start jigging, and I start, for example, jigging, this is 30-gram jig, and you see the line goes from the out from the drag. That means my drag is too soft, so just close it to the point. See, the drag is not coming now. Yeah, the drag sound is not coming out, but still if I push the line, it pushes. So that means this is enough right now at this particular situation for me to set the drag and hook the fish and let the fish run. So this is very important. So you have to set it to the position that allows you to play your jig or your lure. It doesn't come out when you play it, but if you feel that the fish will bite, there is a way for the drag. See, I mean, I put a pressure like a fish right now. For example, I put a very hard and active pressure, but this is enough to set the hook, because you know, like, it's already cutting my fingers, but still the drag is open and it goes, and this will allow me give a chance, you know, to think about what I have to do next. So you have like 1 or 2 steps in front of the fish to think about and to understand what exactly happening. So I hope this somehow explained you the idea of how setting the drag. Of course, on ultralight gears I will set it a bit more open than on the gears with for example 1.5 or 2 PE. It's all according to the situation, according to your drag. And if I am, for example, doing a mostly rock fishing somewhere nearby, catching trevallies and emperors and groupers, for example, then I will have to set it a bit more so I can fight it not to let the fish go inside the rocks. But still, even if it goes inside the rocks, you have more chances than setting a full drag and losing the fish from the first bite. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you understand setting the drag, and we will talk more about different ideas in Back to Basics. Thanks. I challenge you guys to catch and release. Specifically, let's tag people and catch and release the fish. Yeah, catch and release, and put a special hashtag. I'll put the hashtag down for this.